over again.
Oh no, there was no sound.
This whole time.
Shoot.
Should I type all of the stuff we just said over again? Live
I'm
transcription.
watching.
You should say hello from San Francisco.
Oh, we can.
No, now there's sound. I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
I thought maybe my sound was muted.
Hopefully my chewing's not too loud.
It is Olga's chewing loud.
Can
First,
I
audience
comment if I
poll.
don't have a Twitch account?
Try it.
Try it.
You might just say guest says hello. We're all learning. Okay, what were we looking at? We were trying to decide if CSV is a Python.
So I think so it says docs.python.org. So since it's the Python documentation, that means it's
Part of Python.
part of Python. So let's move CSV as well.
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
You have to log in.
Okay. The other. So I think everything else is
Third party thing.
a third-party library. All right. So now you get to do the next part, which is really fun, which is order all of your third-party libraries alphabetically.
What? Why?
Because it makes it much easier for someone new to your code to come in
Let's
and
see.
understand what's going on.
Does it matter if you're using a from versus import statement?
I do it relative to the main library I'm importing from.
So you're saying a do like
Yeah, so you can actually compile both of these put these on the same line. So read CSV, comma, read H5AD. That's what these are doing.
oh. All right. Okay, so let's do a data.
You're learning so much.
Already learning alphabetical order. Okay, let's see. More, we don't need this anymore.
Mhm.
I have zero understanding. I have no understanding
Runecar
either.
Snowpan. That's cool. That's cool. Hey, look, if you just keep watching, you'll learn stuff. That's what it's all about.
This is a good one to be
And
for.
today, if you're just joining me, today we're refactoring some Python data science code that's analyzing cell development, specifically skin cells. And after this, there's one more thing we're going to fix in your import statements before we move on.
We haven't even gotten anywhere. It's
I know.
now do this. Now do that.
That's what this is. That's what it's all about. It's all about learning and eating salad.
Yes. What salad are you eating today, Olga?
Well, I'm eating an arugula salad, because of that romaine crisis, and with dressing I made myself in persimmons. Yo, it's a real crisis.
It's a real crisis.
We cooking flesh? We're not cooking any. Well, I cooked fish, if that counts. I have fish in my salad. I don't know if you can see it,
Yeek. All right.
but not cooking any flesh. Ah, that makes me feel so much better. Alphabetical order makes me so happy. Ah, okay. Do you want to hear the next
All right,
thing?
It might not be completely alphabetical, but it's close.
So, the next thing is that in general, I recommend against using from something import star. The reason for that is because it makes it really unclear where new code came from.
Okay.
So this is like the way R does its libraries. It's like you do library something and then you magically have all these functions, and I hate that.
I love that.
I want to know what I want to know where my code came from, what I'm using. So if I do from JGraph import star and say it has a CSV module, then it's going to conflict with CSV.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it makes the namespaces much clearer exactly which module owns which function. So what you're going to need to do is go through your code, find where you use JGraph, or where we could just comment out these things for now. And then you can do import plotline as like PN or something, and for a shortcut, and then you could do PN dot your
Okay.
thing. But for now, I recommend We'll find those as we go along.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it's gonna
fine.
be
Find the problem.
yeah. So let's restart the kernel so we don't have any of these. That does look like a delicacy, I guess. The flesh or the salad. 'Cause my salads are damn good.
It does smell good.
All right, cool. So all right, so walk me through what you're doing in these next few cells. So you're
Okay,
doing
these
load
cells down
data.
here.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna load the data. So the data is in the form of this counts table, gene by cell, or cell by gene. And then we're gonna read in the CSV and see what it looks like. So we could do that. It's a very, very big table, so put in elevator music here.
It'll probably take a while to download it, right?
Yeah, since it is pulling it from S3.
Mm-hmm. What does display do? Where's that from?
Angela and Shy. So I should say that most of this notebook is duct taped together from a project that we have going on in BioHub because I code in R,
Mm-hmm.
and R makes sense to me, but I'm being told that it makes no sense to anybody else. So we're trying something new here.
Mm-hmm.
So the person who said they feel like they don't know anything, we can learn together.
That's right. Mhm. So, what does this mean? Drop first row? You know you can skip a row here?
No, I had no idea you could skip a row there.
Do you know how you can look up documentation here?
Isn't it like shift question mark?
Or shift, if you do shift and then press tab and tab again and again and again. Tab a bunch of times. Oh, I think it's it's in the middle of
Of a thing, yeah.
a thing, sorry, so we don't get the fun payoff like we do now. But you can add skip rows equals 1 here, and then you don't need to do this next step. I forget if it's skip underscore row or skip row.
It'll tab
Was-
complete, right? Later?
It'll
After
tab
it's done
complete
doing
later,
everything?
yeah.
Tab complete.
So yeah, I don't think you need to do that. I've never used display.
Oh, I was looking at that. I was looking at where we get this Python thing.
But those are lowercase, that's uppercase, not lowercase. Oh, huh.
Display, right?
From ipython.display. Ah, okay. Yeah, see, I don't think you need to do display data ahead. I would do print.
Just print?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops, print.
I like
There
that.
we go.
Would be a better.
Also, so are these both in the same directory or the same like R direct S3 thing? Yeah. Here, can you hold this? So let's do this. Let's say S3 prefix is this without that slash, and then we can say S3 prefix here.
What does the F apostrophe do?
What version of Python are you using? Are you using Python 3,
I think it's 3.
3.5, or 3.6?
I don't know. I can find out because I think it's probably
if it's
3.6
3.6
too,
or more, then we can do this. Otherwise, we can't. This is why this is, honestly is like the reason I've switched to 3.6 or more.
why aren't you doing what I want you to do? Control P.
Let's
Are you trying to do F strings?
yeah.
You can do that in this version because I use F strings.
Is it the same instance though? Do you know?
No, but she has all the same installation configurations as me.
Okay.
Yeah. That's so weird. I'm watching you do things, but I can't get out of this stupid session.
Yeah.
You can also probably just do which Python from the
Oh yeah, for
I
that
know
terminal thing. I've actually
Yeah.
haven't
Oh
really.
yeah, it's super cool. I love it.
Just type which Python in a different cell.
New and then terminal.
Yeah, I actually have not really used this.
You know you can a shorthand for making a new cell. It's just A puts a new cell above and B puts a new cell below.
Yeah, I do that.
Shift A or shift?
Just A. If you're
Control M B does below, Control M A does above.
Control.
Or if you're outside of this, like,
Oh,
typing,
okay. I was like, what if you type A?
If
It's
you're
just like,
outside of the cell, you're typing.
oh yeah, which Python do we have? Oh.
3.6, yes.
3.6.
Okay, cool. So we'll do that.
There's like a subtle lag in this, saying 20 seconds to go.
Okay, so this is nice because now we can use the same S3 prefix in both
Okay,
cells.
sorry. What was this F thing again?
So what that makes it a format string. So what that means is that everything that's in curly braces, if it exists as a variable, it will get inserted.
Oh, okay.
Where that is.
All right.
So that's really, really useful for building strings. I much prefer that over like plussing and concatenating them that way.
Okay.
Just makes it a lot
Oh,
more
I see.
readable.
So the quote is just for the string.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. This is taking hella long.
It is taking.
So, not knowing anything about genomes and such. All right, Runkar, I'm ready for your question. We haven't done any genome stuff yet. Dude, why is this taking so
I am
long?
not a genome person.
As a Chinese scientist that altered the DNA of those babies to be HIV immune in your field of research. In some ways he is, but we don't like to talk about him.
Shunning him.
He also didn't actually make the babies immune. There's a lot of problems with that study. But number one is that it didn't actually work. Like the edit that they want to make is not as advertised. Okay.
But did you record the conversation with you and Nikki? Right?
Yeah.
You should link it.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I streamed about this last week. Let me see. Hopefully I upload it to YouTube too. I told Twitch to do it.
See if it worked.
Did
the thing work? No.
This is
It's
still
still
taking
going.
so long. Why is it taking so long?
Maybe it tripped out.
Okay. How can I find things?
It's weird. I just saw myself moving, but I'm not moving.
It's very trippy. Okay.
I'm not ready for this kind of stuff.
It's pretty meta. Alright, here's my video from last time. So I'll link that. Whoa. My YouTube is empty? Oh no. Well, I downloaded it, the raw video as well. My channel. Got it. Okay. I still haven't figured out my YouTube export thing. It keeps failing and I don't know why.
Oh, but there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
but
so
that's
it's
the
there.
Twitch one. That's fine, but... Alright, so, okay, so I'm going to be picky, and I'm going to use a Python style guide, so if you have if something is being assigned, it should have spaces on both sides. The equals should have spaces on both sides.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. I've been lazy.
CSC bio. I'm glad to see you're excited. Is that you? No.
I can't comment on
Oh.
It's there. It did it, everybody. We
Yay!
made it.
Okay. So yeah,
Now
now
Olga's gonna make us run it again. We're
Yeah.
gonna wait. But this is fine. So it's gonna. So the prefix is there. Inter data is there.
yeah, we're at work. This is legit work.
We have the logo and everything to like prove it.
Oh, you have a logo. I don't
the
have mine.
logo.
I don't really have that much. I don't really want logo stuff. Okay,
Only when you dance.
only when I dance. So we don't have to rerun this. Also, like, how big is this file?
It is that big.
Like how many megabytes?
Oh, big.
It's 3:37 p.m. over here. So, AS S3LS S3 prefix. So now we're gonna take a look at what's in that folder.
So for people who don't know,
Hey, why
that's
isn't
the
that?
command line thing. S3 prefix. Oh, it's not finding.
Oh,
just
because
the
S3
bucket.
prefix is empty.
Oh yeah, because you haven't run this all yet.
PM, afternoon. Okay. Whoa.
Military time or bust. Okay, 1538.
You probably can't see it, but my computer is actually in military time. Oh, god damn. 1.3 gigabytes?
Yeah.
Shit.
Go
Okay.
big or go home.
That's enormous. Okay. Is
Mine
this like
contains-
concatenated from a bunch of files?
This is, well, so it is, what, 6 10x runs or something like that? Yeah, day 15, 22, 30, 41, 50, and 59. So, and each of them is targeting near 5,000 cells for capture. So, it's heavy. And it's not, I don't think it's a sparse data matrix, so that's also why it's like that big. But we are going to, like so this is reading it in from raw. We'll save it as like an H5 later, and then it gets
Okay.
smaller.
Cool.
It's only worrisome right now.
Yeah. Well, let's add a timer for it, just so we know.
Okay.
The next time we run it.
So the percent time.
So that
What
will
is-
time. Alright, so I should make a little note about magics in Jupyter Notebook.
Yes. Let's talk.
If they're a single percent, that will do whatever operation on that one line. If they're double, then they operate on the whole cell. So I can
Oh,
do but they have to be the first thing.
So the magic command at the top is a 2%er, yeah? But it
Yeah,
works for the whole notebook.
whole cell,
Oh.
just the whole cell.
So then how does when you read something new in, or I guess that one's for
Oh,
each
load
line.
X auto reload. This is to load the particular magic, but the auto reload works on the whole notebook.
Oh, okay.
For something like time or I don't know what other magics I use. I use like cat sometimes. Yeah. Why? So I'm getting a question. Why am I so stylish at work? That's just what I do. That's my thing. Cause I'm Bioinformatics Beyonce.
This is magic. Oh yeah, built-in magic command.
Mm-hmm. Do the other one. Do the second one. Jake VDPs. Can you Slack that to me?
Yeah.
Wait, actually, I'm gonna Google it because we have like sensitive things in our Slack. Okay, like passwords and stuff.
Ooh,
Okay.
Password.
So, Jupyter Magic commands. Jake VDP. Jake VDP. He's a contributor to scikit-learn, and he is awesome. So I really like, and he works on Altair, which is this visualization library. Oh, Paste and CPaste, these are pretty useful for the IPython interpreter. But this is more an IPython. Oh, run and percent file are really good.
We'll time it.
Oh yeah, I use time and time it a lot. So the difference is that time will just run it once, and time it will run it a ton of times.
What do you mean by time? What if it's only one thing?
So look at one of it. So time at L equals n to the power of 2 for n in range 1,000. So it does it. So it did 1,000. It did 1,000 iterations of that, and then got an estimate of what the best time is for that
like
particular
for
loop.
running the thing.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So it's not just timing it once, but it's doing trying to get you like the best case scenario. How would this work? Okay, versus like that.
So does it actually run it multiple times to do that?
Yeah, I ran it 1,000 times. That's why it took so while. Okay, so yeah, so if you add a percent time in the beginning of a cell, it'll show you how long it took, which can be useful. So now we'll read the metadata.
So that's telling us it only took like 23 seconds to find that file. Yeah.
Okay. I also recommend for compatibility with Python and pandas, I recommend changing all of your dots to underscores.
Okay.
All right, so we can do that here, since this doesn't take so long. Let's do columns. We'll replace all dots with underscores.
So let's see. You have column structure replace. then
Columns
it's-
str is for string.
Oh, string replace. Okay, so then
Yeah.
you have
So for all strings in there, look at this whole string and then replace just the one character period with the one character
okay.
underscore. But it's not like
So it's like X is. I wonder. Do you mind?
go for it.
Like so in R, this is G sub. So is it in and then replaces the second argument?
Do shift tab more times. Get the full
Let's shift tab.
documentation. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it's pattern replace. Okay.
So it's also you can do it with re.sub, like the regular expressions substitution. That's maybe what you're familiar with from R.
Probably.
Sub for like substitution.
Yeah, okay. So it's the same thing.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. Sweetness.
Because now, if you do this, then you're gonna be able to access all of your columns as like dot the column name. So like dot sample, dot percent ribo.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because you have to, it calls it very differently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're done with that. We did that. Move on here.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So now we call on ScanPy to make our thingy-majiggy.
Rudenkar, where are you coming from? Are you at work too? So how did you make this original CSV? But you combined.
Yeah, so I read in, it was quite complex actually. So I read in all of the 10x experiments individually and then compiled them. And then I did initial filtering for the NUMIs and the gene counts there. And then I wanted to move over to ScanPy after that.
Okay.
So, and instead of using the converter, which was a little buggy, I think since then Angela's created something else, but I just do it from the raw.
I see. Okay. So looks like we can run this.
Oh, in
You're in Sweden. We have some Swedish people here.
We do have Swedish people here.
We have 2 on our data science team, actually.
I guess Spiros could almost be honorary Sweden.
He's
7
Greek.
years. He's very Greek, though, yes.
Yeah. He does postdoc there. All right, var names, does that look right to you?
Var names looks right. Yeah.
All right, cool. And now I'm going to do another thing here. So I will this.
Yep, of course.
If I'm going to, basically, if I use something more than once, I make it a variable or a function. The names of our data science people, one is Jenny, and the other is Nora.
Oh, I didn't know Nora was Swedish.
Well, Nora was born in Ukraine, but she speaks Swedish. So maybe she's not as Swedish as maybe someone had, like, someone as
you
pure had hoped. Okay,
Rename
so,
the date for me to today.
oh, sure.
Thanks.
Also, import date time. You can also do this automatically if you really want. Python. That's right. Yeah. So
Today. String time. Oh, and then the format.
string format time.
Cool.
So, so yeah, and then guess what we're gonna do? Format strings. We could just say date
So do you have to add the F in front of file name then?
in front of the string. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. But yeah, if you're gonna do anything with dates, I highly recommend automating that.
All right.
Put that at the top too. And also, date time is, where does it go? It's part of the standard module, so it goes into the standard module section. We can label these.
Third-party libraries. Included stuff.
Well, Python is built as a batteries included language. Okay, so we can write that. Cool. Right. Yeah, you don't need to do this display shit. That's what IPython does anyway. That's like part of it.
So you don't have to say print either?
You do print. Print. So when you do it when you have something at the end of a cell, it will always get output. That's always the output of that cell. If it's not the last thing in the cell, but you still want to see it, you do need to print.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Because it'll just override it as it's going down.
As the output, yeah. So
R doesn't do that.
I guess why do you have the processing of the data and then I guess if this was me, I would split the notebook here. I would have a file that read everything and made the H5AD, and I'd make another notebook that would read the H5AD and do the pre-processing.
I think because, so different people have different like structures on the ways they do things. Angela's way is everything goes in one notebook. In R, I do what you do, but I'm not familiar with Python, so I tend to adopt whoever's teaching me's things. But yeah, that makes sense because it's not like your environment. I don't know if you call it environment here, but is clear, so it carries over. What do you call it? What's is it analogous to an environment in Python?
The kernel or?
The kernel. Yeah.
All right. CSE Bio, what do I think Beyonce's favorite programming language is? I feel like this is a trick question.
She's not a clunky woman. So.
JavaScript? I don't know.
It is pretty.
I don't know.
Okay, wait, what do you think on that? I'll be right back.
Okay.
Wanna do a coffee refill?
Okay. I think okay. You go away. Since I'm teaching, I think I'm going to show my style. Because I personally like having separation. So that way because I like being able to run a whole notebook like top to bottom and not have to start in the middle. That's what I prefer. Because that's easier for my brain. But yeah, we'll see what Ashley thinks. Because I think if it was me, I would import all data, and I would do this section, import all data and pre-processing, have that be a separate notebook, and save it. And then I would do the PCA normalization, all this stuff. QC of island plots, or maybe this is all still QC. Okay, so here she looked at her cluster, so she did some clustering, found blobs of cells that look like each other in their gene expression space. Then she made some 3D plots, which is pretty sweet. And then wrote the data. Yeah, see, every time you're reading and writing H5AD, that's what I think should just be a new notebook. Yeah, finding DE genes. All right, this is what we're going to write functions for. Because, yeah, this should not be... Oy. Okay. Because, okay, you're looking at different penalties, different methods. So this is what I suggest.
Okay.
I suggest every time you have a read and write, we split that into a new notebook. So
Okay.
we split what I personally do is I do file, make copy, and make a copy of the notebook and delete everything in between.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I do. The way I have my stuff organized is this is kind of weird, but I number everything basically in the order I did it.
Yeah, in the same way in R.
Okay.
Like, all my files are numbered.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I see that. Yeah, I like doing that. I know it doesn't always make sense to everyone, but for me, it at least keeps track of like what you did in what order. Because there's two ways of sorting things. There's chronological and alphabetical, and there are no other sorting. There's nothing else. When it comes to like, or
Okay, yeah.
or it has to be like in the order that it should be done. But you don't know the order in which things should be done until you get to the end. So up until you have that, all you have is chronological.
Okay.
So I used to do dates, and those just got like weird, and I don't know, I felt like I had to update it when it was a new date, so I just did numbers.
Because sometimes you go back, then when you change it, you get a new date. Now it's out of order.
Yeah,
I've had that problem.
yeah. And one thing I've been doing, I think I have it here. Nope. I have to retunnel. So something I do is I have, at the beginning of every notebook, I import this module called Common that I use in every notebook. It gets the name of the notebook, extracts the name from the .ipynb.
Okay.
And then it makes using bang makedir, so it jumps into the command line,
It
makes that folder, and then I like this because then all figures made with that notebook are saved in one place.
Yeah, that's great.
So do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
So we'll do that.
There's no figure for the first one, but yeah.
Well, anyways. So we'll do that.
Use tab suspender for
I could tab suspender, I use the great suspender. Oh, maybe I don't use it in this actually. That's a good point. Great suspender. That's a good point. Because I have. Yeah, thank you. Liberian. I use it. I have it in my other Chrome. What's it called? Account. But I don't have it in this one, which is really.
What's it do?
So I think I have it maybe in my other account.
I'm Googling, but.
Yeah. So see how these are kind of grayed out.
Yeah.
And this one's like totally grayed out. So here it suspends the tabs, so it doesn't have the contents in it. So you can like click it to reload it, but then it just doesn't, because Chrome.
So they stay open, but there's nothing going on there.
Yeah. So then you're not using a ton of CPU. Okay, so let's copy that file. Where did it go? Here we go. Oh, actually you need two files. You need that Jupyter Utils thing too. Okay, so we're gonna make a new Python. Oh, I don't want a notebook. No, stop it. Oh, yeah, thanks. I think Liberian and Warlord, I think that's the problem a lot of people have. Okay, so we're gonna make, and I may end up making this like some kind of common BioHub library. Because this is all code I like stole from somewhere else.
That's what all code is, though, right?
Yeah, it's true. Common.py, and then we'll make another one called Jupyter _utils. I hate typing with one hand.
You're doing great. Also, you don't have to.
Oh. Tils. Okay. Stealing code. Hey, that's the open source way. Oh, hey, Dropper Antics. They've been around before. I know you would find that weird. Get figure folder. Why not? Yeah, we're kind of pair programming here. Here we go.
By kind of, it's like a person and another person asking a lot of questions.
That's what a lot of pair programming is, to be honest.
What's happening?
I don't know what this is going on here. Okay, it's the right file. Why can't it find the common.figure folder? It's right there. Why can't you find this?
pair eating.
Yeah.
And drinking coffee.
And tea.
And tea.
We have our teapot.
Just pair a lot of things.
My teapot. I better not. I want to pour it on you. Pair eating. Isn't that called going to lunch?
Unless you're alone.
Unless you're alone. Why is this not working? Get figure folder. It's right there. What's your problem? Common, Jupyter Utils. I thought I saved this. Okay, well, we'll put this in our next one because I don't know what's going on. So we'll put this into our new one. So let's call this first one like, oh, I'm sorry you're alone.
Not really. Here with us.
You're hanging out with us.
We're people.
Scan
We count.
sites. Read. I would call this like read and
Create a data or and data. Something like that.
create. Yeah. Create and data. Read CSVs and create and data.
Perfect.
Okay, and the second one. All right, so now we're going to. So we copied it, right? So now we can go. Whoa, this is big. We can delete all this.
Scary.
It's okay. We saved it. We have this copy. So let's call this one 01. What would you call this? Like pre-processing cluster?
Yeah, pre-processing. Yeah, we're clustering.
But it's okay.
Where do we
I
want
have
to
a
cut it off
problem-
at?
I have a problem with like with the word pre-processing because it's not pre. What is it pre? What is it before?
Before clustering and
What's called?
differential gene tests and annotations. So I
call it,
usually
like,
call it quality
normalization.
control
Quality control, sure. Quality control.
and normalization. Yeah.
Normalization. Okay, cool. Because you have this file name. Like so you have the a data file
Mm-hmm.
and so we'll select here to here. Oops. Oh, but the date is haha. What do you mean no module name requests? You find your requests. What's your problem? Do I have to install it or some shit? Terminal. Install, yes, requests. Oops, I should spell it correctly. I thought that was a Python standard library though, requests. Maybe it's not.
I can't help you. I have no idea. I'm very out of my depth.
Okay. Okay. So this actually looks pretty good. Like this is how I would do it. Oh, but I hate that color map. Oh.
No, I love that color map.
No, you
it's
do
so
not,
bad
do
in.
not use rainbow color map
Why?
ever. You will be.
If
I
you're gonna
will
replace
murder
it,
you.
replace it with magma.
Use it. You can use Magma or Viridis. Rainbow is not perceptually uniform. So like, rainbow color map considered harmful.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
because it doesn't accurately. Maybe this blog post is better. It doesn't. Like accurately. So it's like this is all dark blue and green. This is like all light green. Surely there's a huge difference between the two. Like it misleads you to think that that the differences are like much bigger than they are because it doesn't. Well, the way we see color and we perceive it, we see the color as like drastically different versus being perceptually uniform. So see, like these seem like really dark. Like if you look at only
Ugh, that's awful looking.
black and white.
Yeah, I
it
don't
doesn't
like
it doesn't work. So you want to use that
Because color range is limited. It is. It gets really bad when you have a lot of clusters and
Yeah.
you want to see colors without them looking the same.
They had a whole blog post.
In this
So,
case, though, we're looking at expressions. So
here we go. I think this is it. Better than the rainbow. Yeah, on or rather against the use of rainbow color maps. So yeah,
it's magma.
yeah, magma's nice.
I like
Inferno
magma.
nice. So, like the ordering is unclear. Is part of the problem. Is like, is it red, green, yellow, blue? Red, yellow, green, blue? Like, what's the exact ordering is unclear. Plus, it makes this like banding
Yeah.
in the image that makes it seem like makes it seem like there's like a step there when it's really continuous
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
versus something that's like smooth like this. Like this is clearly an artifact. Like it looks like there's extra banding. So yeah, don't use rainbow color maps. Spread the word. Tell your friends.
You heard it here. I got shut down.
Yeah, you're not allowed to use rainbow color maps.
And change it to magma. Let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, magma is
Oh wait, we probably have
dope.
to read it all back in.
Why is this still not working? Why don't you like me? Hopefully, I thought I didn't need to restart my kernel, but maybe I do.
What?
I don't know. I don't know. Things aren't working, so I'm just gonna try shit because I don't know. Source activate Velocito. Are you in a special environment? Oops.
Yes.
Not a
But
conda install. Yes, requests. That's probably why. Yeah, it looks like request is not a Python default library. All right, Vega. Ooh, yeah, I've been using a little bit of Vega, and James
I
has
don't
been
think
into
I.
it. But yeah, color schemes. Yeah, these are
yeah.
so good.
I didn't activate the environment for the notebook, so
Nice. This
you
is
might
really
have to
good.
do it again
Yeah,
in the regular environment.
I do. I have the color brewer scales.
Oh, Vega doc schemes.
Whoa. Whoa, this is different.
What is this?
Whoa. Okay, this is like revamped. Or is it because I have it narrow? Huh, no. Okay,
Oh, that's cool.
cool.
It has all of them.
I thought it. Okay, this is different. All right, they've updated this website. But yeah,
We like.
that's pretty sweet. Okay, close this, close this, close this, close this, close this.
They have all the different discretes there, besides like tab 20.
Yay, okay, now this worked. So, okay, but this is, but we don't necessarily want this to be the date. We actually want this to be a fixed string here because we only want the date in the previous one for when we loaded it. Okay, so we're going to import that, read this, take a little bit, run all this shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it freaked me out.
All right. So how'd you get the steps for this pre-processing? Like, how'd you decide on those?
So it's a combination of using the tutorial ScanPy and then using the one from Tabula Maris.
And what'd you use where?
I can't remember anymore.
Like, so what, this line, min cells equals 5, what does that mean? What does
Just-
that do?
Minimum number of cells that need to be expressing something. And
So-
then min number of genes that are expressed in a cell.
And why do you want to filter on that?
Because I don't want to carry something over that just ends up being noise. So I'm setting some lower thresholds, and people play with them, but this is the one that we've published with before, so I just kept it. Pretty on a Friday night. No, it's exciting.
Hey, it's a party at 4 p.m.
Yeah, and it's not even nighttime yet. You wait.
Or 16 o'clock. Okay, Liberian Warlord, you figured out my tricks. I'm just trying to eat. I'm hungry. Okay, cool.
ScanPy. We're learning it.
All right.
What is
ScanPy.
it?
Yeah, what is ScanPy?
it's okay. So I'm gonna say it in terms that I understand, but it's like a package that you can use that has a lot of different little tips and tricks in it. So different little tools and commands that you can use to process single cell data. So I'm using it for clustering and then using it for differentially expressed genes so then I can annotate the different single cells I'm getting from the experiment that I've done.
So
Yeah, so if you weren't here earlier, I work in R mostly, so this is all new to me, and everything that's here is just stuff that I've kind of duct taped together to get it to work, and Olga saw it and then made me come here so she could rip it apart in front of people. It's really fun. We call it paired programming.
yeah,
R what? What's that?
Monkas. I don't know what that means. It's probably some gamer term.
Is it a gamer term?
Probably.
Do we look really old? Oh, my God.
Am I gonna?
Work in R. Oh. That's yeah. I've seen that.
So now, look, we're learning.
So proud of us.
It's Pepe the Frog sweating and looking scared. Look how
Is that what people feel like when they're told they might have to work in R? They
Yeah.
look like that.
That's what he's saying. That your fan or he or she is
Oh.
saying. I hope to God I don't have to work in R.
You get used to it. Then you come here and I feel like my brain broke.
Okay, so this is saying it doesn't have a cluster ano column, so I'm gonna remove it.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. You're right.
Not at this
yet.
point. Okay.
I did that horrible thing where you go back and forth.
Yeah, I really don't like that.
Do you? Not like that.
No, it bothers me a lot. Okay, this actually looks pretty good. So after process data, so now what you're going to do is you're going to, so this is diff processed. Now you're going to go find the code that makes that date thing, make a copy of the notebook, delete the extra cells, all that stuff that I did for you the first time.
Oh no. Where's that notebook at?
That's it, to the left. All right, that your fan. Granted, I probably didn't give R a fair try. Tried to do research in predicting house prices. It was not fun at all. Yeah, I feel like predicting house prices in general doesn't sound fun. That's why I do biology. Biology is fun. House prices sound like really stressful.
Everything is fun. Depending on.
Sorry, this is a little tangled.
Okay.
Quick!
Yeah,
Oh no! Exactly.
While
Quick.
she struggles to consume food. All right, what are we doing? Oh, we want to put it here, right? Okay, so we want to save here. Can I just... So what do you think? Should I add like the date time thingy? Can I just put it here? Or do you want me to put it all the way at the top like you did in the last one?
I think here.
Okay,
Because I think you want it close to the time where you're saving it.
I don't want that.
You know what I mean? So like when you run that first cell,
Yeah.
that could happen like 2 days before you run the last cell. You know what I mean?
Yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Some curly brackets for funsies, and we'll put date in here. And I think
you
what
wanna-
we need.
Do that string as a variable.
What do you mean? Oh wait.
Well,
How?
you don't really have to, but
Wait. What do you mean?
so
Why isn't it green?
what?
Isn't it supposed to be like green?
No, it wasn't green before. It
Oh,
was black.
okay. So then that looks right. And then what? You're saying I might want to do what?
Never mind. We don't need to do that.
Okay.
Okay. So let's save it.
Okay.
Make a copy of this notebook,
Oh,
and then
okay.
delete everything before find DE genes.
Let's make a copy.
We need to rename it too.
I'll rename this one over here. Let's make sure this works before I delete everything in my life. It's the sound of a paranoid person.
Yeah. Well, you'll be fine. I do this all the time. Plus, there's lots of checkpoints. You can usually go back in time pretty quickly.
Really?
Also, is this on GitHub? No, Ashley, come on. Okay,
Good lord.
we're gonna do
How do
functions.
you delete multiple cells at a time? How'd you do that last time?
You shift select. So click the first one you want to delete.
Okay. Wait, where was it? All the way up here. Okay, so we'll take
Mm,
this shift.
well,
Or
you
do
don't
I-
you want like this? You still want find DE genes and then
Yeah,
up,
I want
right?
This. And then this. No, we're not doing DG.
No, but in this, so this is 01. Oh, sorry.
No, no.
I understand now. Okay, so from here you're doing from here down.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was the other notebook and you were doing from there up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so
then-
see how it's blue? So keep it there and then scroll all the way to the bottom
Whee!
and hold shift and then press the bottom one. So now they're all selected. Control MD. Control MDD. Control M, let go.
Control MDD. Nothing happened.
Control M, let go of both. That was Command M. Ashley, come on.
I'm
Will
here
it
to
like me?
entertain you.
Will it like me better?
Let's see. Control MDD. Whatever.
Why does it like me better? Okay.
Command X. Oh man. Don't have a scientist to interview.
Hey,
tonight.
Ashley's
No.
a scientist too.
Man. But no, we're doing coding.
We're doing coding. We're doing code science. Okay, now you're going to delete this. So what are you going to do in this one?
So, okay, you're in the last one, so now we're just gonna go up.
So this is the copied.
Yeah, so let's go all the way up to.
Yeah, I snort when I laugh. People really like that.
A lot of people snort. It's adorable. Okay, so let's take this guy. Alright. Control. I did it, guys.
You got it.
Happened.
All right, so I want to delete this one too.
Really? Well, we can
Because
just
we're
redo
not
it, right?
reading that file name.
Oh, you're right.
Control
Okay.
MDD.
I don't like this thing.
That's okay. Is anyone chat? We have an emergency. Anyone in the chat a scientist?
This is JavaScript. No, this is not JavaScript.
Not JavaScript. This is Python. And that can be the interview. All right. So we have a different file name here, right? Because we have that
Yeah,
with
wait,
the dashes.
I wanna-
So you can put your cursor in there
Yes.
between after the slash after 10x5AD.
Wait, sorry. After the 10x580. Oh, this guy.
Yeah, and put it after the slash, and now press tab. So now you can go down, press down.
I'll take this one.
Don't you want process,
Yeah,
not indirect?
This one.
I don't know what indirect
Wait,
really means.
Why is the date wrong? Why is it
Oh, because I bet your the instance is in
Oh.
UK time. Isn't it plus 6 hours? And it just
Yeah.
turned it's 16 now, so it just turned 24 there. So
That's
it just
fair.
turned midnight there.
tomorrow?
If you want time zones, that's a whole problem, so let's not deal with that.
Whatever.
Fuck
We
time
know I want
zones.
this
Yeah.
one.
And then delete everything after that.
We're going. I went too ham. Sorry.
Yeah, we're using Python in Jupyter Notebooks. So while Jupyter Notebooks are written in JavaScript in Python, we're doing that. We're using Jupyter Notebooks.
Something happened.
All right, what doesn't it like here? Did you not run the tsne no field of name x tsne? You didn't run the tsne. Do you even want to do tsne?
No, but
You didn't run this, but do you want to run it?
No. I don't
Okay,
care
so
about
then
it.
comment out the tsne line there. Oh, where are we going? We're going so fast. Okay,
Right here.
here,
Yeah,
comment
we
that.
don't need to plot this.
Yeah,
Peace.
don't do that.
Too
Don't
ham.
don't. Okay, delete that. You do
What?
never. Okay, do not make your comments by actually writing a slash. You should do command /. There you go. Because it adds a space after it. It looks so nice.
It
You
does
can
look
do many
nice.
lines at a time.
It does look nice.
Batterfanax Beyonce, are you from the United States? I grew up in the United States, but I was born in Russia, which is why I could understand that person's rude username last time. Wait, you should rerun this.
You what? This? Oh yeah.
Yeah, rerun that slide, that cell.
Boop, boop, boop.
Because last stream on Monday, we had someone from Russia who had a username that is like a bunch of bad words in Russian. So that was pretty funny, but yeah, I don't know. It was a little was a little much for me.
Oh, is that what that was? Is that what you said it was weird?
Yeah,
Oh.
did you watch last time?
I watched a little bit.
Yeah,
I was
it was
at my
like
desk
it was kind of at the beginning.
struggling with this at that time.
Yeah, now you're struggling with this again.
Yeah, it's just a struggle.
You know, he didn't use that. It wasn't that word. It was a different phrase. To be fair, he apologized for his name.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Hi, Arksam. How are you?
Hi.
Okay, I'm almost done with my fish.
Sorry, I'm just trying to. Okay.
Okay, we gotta go.
We
Cause
do a little bit more than just pre-processing.
all right,
This is done. Everything's done. All right, let's
Cool.
go back over here. Okay.
all right. So this is the money one. This is gonna be the money notebook.
This is the money. Oh, this is where we're actually gonna do all the DE gene stuff. So let me just.
Yeah, this is where we might write all the function stuff.
We don't want to call this copy anymore.
I didn't expect an English speaker to understand my name. Sorry. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I feel like they just didn't realize that
What was that?
because I act very American. Don't you want to change the number to 03?
Probably. Wait, is the other one? No, because well, I do, but then I want to change. This is 01. This is 0. This is 01. This is
Wait,
gonna be 02.
That your fan? What does vodka power mean? Is that a Twitchy thing?
Maybe they're just saying speak very American. You speak
Oh, Librarian Warlord. That's okay. You don't have to go to every single stream. But yeah, on the Monday stream we visited a lab that I'm collaborating with. Oh, vodka power. Oh my god, I totally just got that. Whoa. Okay. I visited a lab that I collaborate with that does the
He's just using the compound very cleverly.
yeah, that's pretty funny. And we're actually going to visit them again on Monday and talk to the professor who works there. Okay,
Great.
cool. So
Okay.
this is going to be the fun part. So does that stuff, that calculation take a while? The DE stuff?
This stuff does take a while.
Okay, cool. So
Takes
so
not 10 minutes, but like,
what is so?
what
So
is
this
it?
looks like you're doing the same thing 4 times in a row, 5 times in a row.
Yeah, and just changing the test.
What, do you think that could be something you could write a
Feel like-
functions for?
Like, probably-
Is that something? Do you think computers are better at you at repeating mundane tasks by changing one
Hello.
string?
Not all knowledgeable. So yeah, probably. Oh,
Yeah. Okay. So we'll fix this up. All right.
I'm a wet lab scientist.
Yeah.
No.
Hi, Shaliku. Here we
What
go.
is that? Oh.
All right. I have not heard of PewDiePie's song. Actually, I haven't really watched PewDiePie's things. All right. So what we're gonna do here? We're gonna do. All right. Is this still calculating stuff? Okay. We just haven't run. Oh, okay. So let's
I
run
gotta
this.
start all over.
Okay. So we're going to do. We're gonna do some cool stuff. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been pretty cool so far.
Just you wait. Okay, so we're gonna call this def the differential cluster genes. Because I don't like the word DE, to be honest. But we'll say we'll take the function A data. We'll take the variable A data, and then I'm trying to understand what are the options here? Here we go. Am I working on on university? I work at a nonprofit biomedical research institute, which makes me sound really fancy.
Sounds very fancy.
But it's kind of a university. It's still pretty academic. Oh shit, I didn't put the. Yeah, let's interrupt kernel.
What did you just spam?
I said Control
Control
M
I?
and then I, and that should interrupt the kernel, so it'll stop whatever it's doing. Okay, so we want ranks groups. So we'll rewrite this and then yeah, kind of combine stuff. Group by penalty. Okay, I'm just do chords. Two. So the double star is called a splat operator.
I like the name.
Keywords. What this means is that the two required arguments are a data and keywords, and then keywords print. So this is gonna be a really dumb function, but all it's gonna do is print the keywords. So I can do differential cluster genes a data, group by ASDF, and then Olga equals Beyonce, Ashley equals mathematics, and then it will, so this creates a dictionary
Okay.
that of all the keywords.
Okay.
Of all the, so keywords meaning you specified them with a
Yeah.
a word.
Okay.
So they weren't a variable that was just like there. Okay. So what exactly are you doing here?
I don't know.
Okay,
This is one of
let's
those duct taped things.
do this.
Oh yeah, that's a Ahmet Can.
Oh,
Ahmet Can is Turkish.
oh really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that's how you said his name.
Yeah.
I thought it was the H was more pronounced. It was Ahmed.
I don't know.
Okay, well,
And
if
then he
it's
told me,
Ahmed,
he said just Ahmet Can. He was like,
Okay.
just say Ahmet Can.
cool. Let's do that.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not that big of a place. We know everybody here.
Per group and names scores. Oh, I think I see. Wait, no, I don't.
Yeah. I don't know.
What is name for key and names scores? Result. What the fuck is happening here? What's for dinner? Is it science? What's for
No.
dinner is tilapia. Do tilapia have melanocytes?
They're pigmented, but yeah, I don't think that's what the pigment comes from.
We're analyzing melanocyte data set.
Do you want to see where well, no, because I don't think it's gonna help. I took that one straight out of Angela and Shai's playbook.
Okay.
What person?
Gee, a person. Okay. I think I know what this is doing, but I know there's a better way to do it. So. This is also just like, I don't know, could be better as a function. God, why does this take so long? Why is your data set so big? Why do you have so many cells? Why did you do so many
Why
experiments?
did I do so much? To capture a lot.
Why are you doing such complete science and analyzing all these cells so well? What's your problem?
You know, I just don't like to cut corners here.
It's true.
It's true. It does make for analysis hell.
Okay. I will say,
Wow, it is taking a really long time just for the one.
okay.
Take that long all the time.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna fix this shit. Okay.
It's a bit oversized.
Yo, I eat hella salad.
Yeah.
This was just the one thing. You don't even know. I had my fish. This had my toasted almonds that I toasted this morning, chopped and toasted, and my persimmons, and then my what is this? Salad dressing. So
Sauce.
this is the box I brought to work. Cause I'm for real. I don't play around when it comes to my salads. They're serious.
Yes. And they're daily. This is not like this happens all the time.
Okay,
It's over.
it is over.
Are you satiated?
Maybe. Alright.
How's it doing? It's still going.
Why is it still going?
It's doing a lot of math.
It's like all the food boxes you have at my home. Yeah, I probably bought like 3 or 4 different Tupperware sets. Because that's what I do.
Because then you have to wash them every night.
Yeah, in grad school, I would make lunches for like 20 days worth of lunches.
No, that's not what I want about.
Now that
Well-
the Salads watch is over and we'll not see it's like again. It's true. Okay.
Well, until like Monday.
Until Monday, yeah. So what we're gonna do something like this. Differential genes. Let's call this a get differential cluster genes. And then we're gonna return this. Return. Do I know how to pickle stuff? I wish. I feel like that would make me more Russian. Let's call this, let's have a title for this too. Title. Add a title for this test name and configuration. All the babushkas know how to pickle. I'm very far from being a babushka, so that's probably why I don't know how to pickle. I think probably the moment I become a babushka, then I do know that I'm like, whoa, you put vinegar and cucumbers,
So what
bam,
is a
pickling.
babushka?
Babushka is grandmother.
Oh.
So
You have some time.
I got hella time. All right. Calculate differential expression on group by with penalty and method.
Group by spell.
Yep.
Just so you know.
I usually misspell it.
So what is the 3 quotes doing?
The 3 quotes makes for a multi-line string.
Oh.
So this is how I like to write doc strings.
Oh.
And data dot, what do you call it? And data. If I pickle things really quickly, it would become even more Russian? Probably. I bet my Russian would get really good. I would like watch Putin and be like, whoa, I know what you're thinking. Okay, so, whoa, okay. What is N and S? Okay, so let's look at what's going on here. What is result? Is result a data frame? Oh my god, it's not. Okay. Oh, okay, so N, it's scores and names. Okay, so this is showing, oh, I don't like this. Okay. Okay. Ugh. All right, so what we're gonna change this to is a tidy data structure so that each so like one column will say the cluster number, another will say the like variable, so either name or maybe the gene. Yeah, gene, and then the score. So we can
That's going to be a very long table.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Long tables are easier to deal with than wide ones anyway. They're easier to compress. Okay. So wait, how do we do this? So, oh god. Okay. Result.keys. So scores and names. So that's all you're extracting is the scores and the names. Result scores. Good night, Librarian World.
Mhm.
What's a rect array? What is this? What is happening? How is this 100? Oh, because it's wait, like 100 genes, and then for each. I'm so confused. Okay, so I think what this is saying is like SLC 25A6 has the score 123.58. RPL 5 for cluster 0, I think. But then
We'll just check one.
what is groups?
Groups
Okay.
is the Leiden.
Okay,
Leiden clustering.
okay. Cool.
And we can see if that's true on the.
In this one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we
it
have
is.
here. Okay, cool. God, this is so bad. This is so badly formatted. No, it's
This is so bad. There's
um
no saving it.
rec array. What the fuck is a rec array? Record array? Can I make a data frame out of this? Yay! Okay.
What is flatten? Oh, flatten is flat.
Okay. Cool.
What did you do when you flattened it?
So so now this is, instead of being like 23 or 100 rows and 23 columns,
Yeah.
it's now 2300, like a 2300 long vector.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's taken, I think it does across each row. So like you take the first row, take the first row and as is, and then you go to the second row and then just append it onto the end. And the third row, append it onto the end. So you're growing by row by row. Okay. So the scores, values flatten, scores. We'll do scores flat and then names flat. And then we need the data frame. I don't know how to do this. I just know how to use pandas data frames. I don't know how to use NumPy arrays as much. Okay. So you want the scores, the names, and then we need the cluster ID. Rank, is that this? Names dot
It's-
dtype dot names? What? Doesn't make any sense.
It's groups, isn't it?
Dot dtype. Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't.
So each row is labeled with, I see what they're trying to do. Okay. So see, each record array, each row is labeled as
Oh, as a.
as 0 in strings, 1 in a string. So what we're going to do is,
Oh, it's like a bunch of lists.
yeah, that's all it is.
It's a bunch of lists.
Yeah, but it's a weird format. I've never worked with record arrays before. So what did we do? Okay, groups. Can we do how many result shape? If we do that, result and shape. Okay, so this is the number of n genes is this, but it's the first item. So you see how there was a comma? So if you do just this without the
Oh.
0,
Mm-hmm.
then it's a tuple, so it's an immutable list, so it tells you the shape of the, or like
Mm-hmm.
this many rows, this many columns. So
this
now we're
case,
gonna
you're
say
just
take the first one. So what we're gonna do is, um, uh, eight. I think this will work. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if this works. Okay. So cluster IDs or cluster names, because they're not really identifiers because they're strings. Who would do strings as numbers? Like, then they're not sortable. What kind of nonsense is that? Okay. Differential results equals PD dot data frame clusters, or I guess groups equals cluster names, I'm gonna call this genes. Names flat, scores equals scores flat. Because it's going to be, oops, a lot easier to work with. Especially for comparing different methods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. All right, we're going to do all that. Okay, so what I did was merge all those cells so that I could copy them all at once. And I should get my n genes here. And okay, so now, okay, this is all right. This is also, will be nice to see like what the keywords are. Okay, so now we can run, wait, why does this not do anything? Oh, group, because this is the group by. Group by, do you always do Leiden?
Yeah, for this I do.
You do this, you do? Okay.
Because I don't have the cluster annotations yet.
Okay, so
We're
let's
gonna
say
find them.
we'll do group by equals Leiden here. So that it's always, so that's the default, and we just have to specify the title, which was going to be an extra column in the data. So like, we're going to do, I have to pee. But I'll do one of these, and then while I pee, you do the rest.
What?
Yeah,
I don't even
dude,
follow what you're saying.
it's okay, you'll be fine. So then differential result is this. So if I add a title, so this case was just, what were we doing, like t-test or some shit? Just the vanilla t-test?
The first one was like overestimate var, so yeah, t-test.
Okay.
And then there's a
so
regular vanilla t-test in here somewhere.
I would do spaces here for now. I'm okay with that. So then, whoop. Oh my gosh, I have to pee. I'm like not thinking clearly. I should just go pee.
I'm sure everyone will be okay with you leaving,
Including
and
you.
coming back.
You just want me to leave. Okay,
Yeah.
so this adds a column, is what I'm saying. You'll add a column, and then for every test you'll run, you can concatenate all of these.
But how do you add?
It'll add.
I guess what I'm wondering is like, so you're doing this so that you don't have to redefine any of these ever again. The only thing that's going to change is the title, right?
Nope. Because for every time you rerun differential expression, you're gonna have different top genes, different top scores.
Yeah. And so it should.
This is just me getting this working outside of the function, and now we're gonna run it on all of them.
I'm so confused.
It's okay.
No.
It's okay. So. Okay. So we're gonna do. So our tests are So we have t-test over stvar, and then here, do we have any core keyword arguments? No, we just did vanilla rank genes groups. And then I'm building a dictionary of this. So then we have penalty L1, and I'm gonna call this we can also fix our spelling. Okay, and then
So you're just that's the column that you're going to append.
so that's a column I'm gonna write, and then these are the keywords I'm gonna add for the differential expression stuff. So what's the next one? Logreg?
Yep, logistic regression.
Why don't we call it that? Why would you call it logreg? Logistic.
I think it's because its actual function name is logreg.
I know, but then no, but then like someone comes in there like, what the fuck is logreg? I like using the full names of things. So then this is just
The
vanilla
regular
t-test. Also, I can undelete what I did here so we can do a side-by-side comparison. This is method equals t-test. I write method equals logreg. Then what's the next one? Wilcoxon, the last one?
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool. Okay, so now we're going to make a bunch of data frames for title, keywords, quargs, and tests items.
I don't know
Print.
what any of that means.
You'll figure it out.
Keywords, test items.
So
Test items.
tests items.
Me too. I've been using Monocle and Surratt.
Yeah. Dude, Srata is like way better. Or whatever, this is ScanPy. So
Yeah.
this is so it's going to send us a pair for each thing that we made. So t-test over stimvar,
Yep.
it'll give us an empty dictionary. T-test over stimvar penalty equals L1 will give us that
Okay, then use
name,
the L1,
comma,
okay.
that string. So then we'll do df equals whatever function we called this. Get differential cluster genes. Oh, that's why this didn't work, is because it wasn't get. Anyway, that was just an example. Get differential cluster genes, a data, title equals, and quarks, and df, and then differential results. Print the shape. Oops.
It's gonna take a long time to run.
We can time it. Okay. Cool. So that first one shouldn't take hopefully any time because over stimvar. But the one that we already did shouldn't take any time. But maybe we didn't. All right, now we have to entertain everyone.
No,
You have to go. No.
What?
Okay. Oh, right.
You look too excited and it makes me want to run for the door. And I'm out.
Now we get to do GitHub.
Oh, I don't want to put it on GitHub yet.
It doesn't have to be public if you don't want it to be, but this is how you want to save your code, because what if your instance explodes and it dies and you lose all the work you did?
Good lord.
See, that's what the panic you need to be avoiding. So you should be pushing to GitHub constantly.
Yeah. I agree. I
All right.
definitely agree.
So your homework while I pee is to make a GitHub repository, license MIT.
I
With
think
the README.
Hold on. I'm putting this on.
Okay, I'm gonna pee, and Ashley will do work.
I'll be over here.
You get to watch her use her other computer.
It shall be good. Let's see. That's true. Upload to GitHub even if you're not coding. Well, Olga will be very happy to hear that from you guys. make a script to GitHub. I'll tell Olga to teach me how to do it, and then I will do that. Wait, can you do it automatically? You guys can teach me now. Then I want to make Tracer script barcode. It's still going. Let's make a whole new one. How about that? Oh my God, you're fast.
I pee super fast.
Did you sprint?
No. Just have a really good.
So he says that you can make a script, or she, he or she. Sorry.
That your fan.
Yeah,
Do it
make a
under
script.
GitHub, to Biohub GitHub. Make a script to upload shit to GitHub. Mel diff. Okay, let's do melanocyte.
Why?
Mel diff. That could be like Melanie C.
What?
Oh right. Wait, but you know Spice Girls?
Yeah.
Like Melanie C. Or Mel diff. Like that sounds like a Spice Girl to me.
Well, it could be good though.
A differentiation. Is it different? Are you doing differentiable?
Differentiable.
Yeah, diff could be differentiable. It's unclear. It's all about reducing ambiguity. Now you can understand why Lincoln
It's doing stuff.
was annoyed by me. Ooh, yay, an error.
Okay, now,
Oh, I didn't because I didn't return the same thing. Haha.
what do
Okay.
you mean?
It said differential genes here in the last thing. So it did everything except that. Haha. But I think it should have saved that result, so this shouldn't take so long. Because I think, or maybe it didn't.
Okay. I'm going back to my other test, my other homework.
Yeah. All right, so what we did is we wrote a, I'm gonna flesh out this doc string some more. I'm gonna put this in my ear too. We wrote this function to get differential cluster genes using a bunch of different parameters, or using any parameters you want, and add a title to this pandas data frame, so that you have a column that says which tests you ran it for, or like to identify which test this was for. So this code, while it does look a little longer than what you had before, it replaces all of this, and it makes it a lot less prone to errors, because if you like deleted this, one character here would be really hard to track down. So okay, while I do this, I'm going to flesh out this doc string, object containing single cell data.
Well, I made me a new repo.
Cool.
So you can just put it there.
Awesome.
We can just pull from the Ubuntu terminal.
All right.
Hey, Olga.
Hi, Heavy Drop. How are you doing? Name of the tests. Differential as a column, group by column in a data.obs. Oh, from University of Michigan. Oh, great. I'm supposed to visit there soon, or in April or something. That's awesome. So maybe I'll see you then. column and A data obs upon which to group the cells for. Oh, it is better idea. Oh, cool. This is the person that he wrote BAMnostic that I used for reading BAM files.
Okay.
That's agnostic to your OS operating system, because PySam and SamTools only work on Unix systems, so you can't use
Oh.
them on Windows.
That's cool.
So I used that in another library called SourMash
Yep.
to read 10x BAM files.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I had some issues because there was 10x BAM files have a certain format thing, so
Yes.
um,
Like what is a cell? What's not a cell?
yeah, so I had to add that to BAMnostic. Okay, for differential string expression returns differential results and as data. So this is a NumPy style docstring. So you'll notice when you use like pandas, this is the same. Oh, this is doing stuff. But if you do this, yeah. So A data and data is using this similar style of docstring. So it's like the file name. So it says
Oh, I see.
parameters,
Okay.
a bunch of dashes, file name tab, the file name of the data file. This is pretty good, but Panda's documentation is a little bit more mature. So let me show you that too. Or like numpy.sum, this is going to be good. So see, colon array like, so that then it has the type of the data, dtype colon dtype optional, out nd array optional. So it even specifies whether it's optional, which is not required, but here we can do that. And then, how do they specify quargs here? Initial keywords, keyword arguments. Yeah, cool. So we can do keywords. Keyword arguments passed to, what are they? Oh wow, we never even passed the keyword arguments. That's cool. So we never did what we were supposed to do. Pass to sctl.rank genes groups. That's fun. So we can have to just do this all again. What do you mean df is not defined? It's right there. I had this problem in pandas before. Oh, someone's hosting me? That's never happened to me before. I didn't think I was that cool.
Congratulations.
Snort? Why does everyone like my snort?
It's authentic.
So, Heavy Drop, how are you doing in Michigan? Do you like my panda stuff? Or Python stuff? I guess, what are you working on now? Are you still working on BAMnostic? Here, I can show BAMnostic. H. What up, B? Yeah. Cool.
So why did you have to use BAMnostic for the 10x stuff?
I didn't have to use BAMnostic, but it was suggested by one of the people because they install the program on a lot of different computers, not just Linux or Unix machines. So they suggested using BAMnostic. Because I wasn't doing a lot of crazy BAM stuff. I was just reading and getting the aligned reads and looking at some of the tags. But I wasn't like filtering on a location or anything. I just needed to get the aligned read. Yeah, and docstrings are really great. So check this out. So we can go to, if we go to, where do we want to go? Check this out. So this text, oh sweet, on revamping the index algorithm, Cornet and barcode, that's awesome. Because that's exactly the problem I was having actually, Heavy Drop. I can show you my code. But wait, let me show you this first, because I was having issues with, I was running out of memory on this machine because I was making a list of all aligned reads from the BAM file, but I was basically doing it in order of the reads in the BAM file, which was really problematic because I was doing it over the whole BAM file, making that list. But really, to make the signature, the K-mer signature for each cell, I just need the reads per cell. But you don't know if you've seen all the reads per cell unless you've gone through the whole BAM file, because the BAM file is sorted by coordinate, like coordinate in the genome.
Yeah.
So you never know a priori when a cell starts or ends, because it's like all mushed together.
Oh yeah, because they're all in one.
So
I see.
I added just like some simple sorting to sort the file on cell barcode first.
So you do cell barcode and then position it.
And a cell
Start to
barcode
end.
first, and then I can make a signature per cell barcode. And then I can batch that, because that's like one contained thing. But then I don't just like leak memory everywhere, because I'm appending to a list, which is like
Yeah.
notoriously bad. Yeah, so the new SAM tools can sort on a tag. That's kind of what I was trying to do, but it was annoying. So okay, so BAMnostic and then BGZF. So check this out. So
And you can put on a barcode now. Secondary sort on court. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
oops, you can type unpack. Maybe this is not a best example. I was trying to show how the doc strings get compiled, but maybe I was not that helpful. Pulls out entire gzip block. But basically, what's nice about this is you can write your doc strings in Python like this with the triple quoted strings,
Mm-hmm.
and then those can get converted to.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
that's how these documents get created in the first place, is
I
that
had no idea.
if you write good documentation strings, then you can have nice documentation. It makes it a lot easier. Look in utils for a good doc string example. Okay, let's go to diagnostic utilities and format warnings. So, because I want to have the code, maybe I'll pull this out. So, yeah, so check this out. So look, format warnings, set standard out warnings. That's exactly what it says here.
Okay.
See, and then args, it says the parameters is this, like it like makes it bold, right? It's really nice. But as long as you stick to a particular style and you tell your
What does that mean?
source, Sphinx Napoleon. Sphinx is a documentation generator from your doc
cool.
strings. Yeah, so it's really nice. So basically, if you write good doc strings, you're just helping yourself in the future. That's like why writing commented code is like also just like helping you in the future. Cool. All right, so this did stuff. And is going through. All right, run. Oops, why is this opening in this one? Conf.py. Oh, I see. Yeah, so your extensions, Sphinx.ext, Autodoc, ViewCode, Napoleon, and MathJax. Cool. So these are ways that you can simplify making your documentation from your code.
Okay.
Cool. So now let's push your. Okay. So where is it? Notebooks?
Yeah, that's where we're at now.
Okay. So so you probably want to clone
Oh
that.
yeah, I was gonna say I would clone it, but
Let's see. GitHub.com.
CZ Biohub.
Biohub. I think I need the HTTPS. Can I spell melanocyte? No, site
Monocyte.
differentiation.git. Okay. Do your credentials.
Hmm. And then I think it's this. Let's see. Oh, no. What did you do? Let's go up again. Let's remember our passwords, kids.
Passwords are good to remember. Or you can use a password manager like me. And I don't know any of my passwords. Okay, so we have melanocyte differentiation.git. And Frontline is the bottom of that. Oh, did I miss that? You're done interrupting now? That's okay. You can look through this.
Interruptions are nice.
We have to wait for like shit to run anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's underneath that.
At any path,
The
contain templates here.
Templates. Is that what you mean? The templates path? Oh, at the bottom of the whole file. Oh, Autodoc member order by source. I'm not sure I know what that means. By source? Oh, I see, I see. So when you show things in the file, in the documentation, you want the order to be not like alphabetical, but how you had it written in the original file.
Oh, I see. Okay.
By source, like with the
So
source
if you don't
code.
have that, then it will.
I think it will just go out of
That's
through.
what runs the source code and parses it.
I think that otherwise it would do alphabetical. And we learned, yeah, we learned what MOCAS means. We didn't know that before. I didn't know that before.
Informative day.
That's a lot of learning today. Okay. So, and then I assume you want to write this to a CSV.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think that's the line below it. Although I call it something else.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, that's so many plots. Okay.
So many plots. I had questions. I needed answers.
Did this help? This seems really crowded. Like, I don't know if I could understand this.
It is, but you can double click it and then open. And if you know, so like,
Oh,
I'm
that's
looking for
new.
specific things.
They didn't have that before. That
Oh
you could
yeah,
double
of course.
click
Like if it was like that, it would be
I was like-
completely unhelpful.
Yeah, because I was like,
How
whoa.
do you
Like,
see what the hell you're doing?
yeah.
Yeah, no. Each of those lists like pertain to cell marker genes, mostly
Oh.
for a certain cell type.
Okay, we can also take my, that was actually really cute. Did you see that? Like Sleeping Jupyter Notebook. Okay, we can also steal my S3 utils.
Code stealing. Who was it earlier that was like just stealing code?
Well, see, isn't this so cute? It's like a little sleepy notebook. Refresh the clicker or page. So cute.
Oh, wake up. Oh, I like when it wakes up.
Yeah, I like
I like when
its
it wakes
eyes
up.
get so big. Okay, so make a new file called S3 utils. Hi, Jessie Skinner. How are you? Okay, I'm gonna remove this white space because we're good people.
Dude, like around this time is popping. More people jump on.
Yeah. Okay. So we did the normalizations. We're doing the DE gene tests.
Yep.
We're doing good. We're just waiting for this differential expression to run so we can save the damn file. Import this utils. Right.
Oh, so you're gonna write it back to S3.
Yeah. Where do you want to write it to?
Where'd you pull this from? Yeah, I was gonna say first notebook. We'll just put it back there.
In our objects?
No, there's no other folder though,
Meldiff.
so you can just put it in Meldiff.
Okay.
See, Meldiff is a theme. You just
No.
came in here and crushed my themes.
I did.
My naming conventions, my colors.
Oh yeah, fuck rainbows. You can't do rainbow
You
color
don't
scheme.
mean that though. You don't mean like fuck all rainbows. You mean
Just-
just fuck that.
The
color
gay rainbows are thumbs up, but but
Those are thumbs up.
those are thumbs up. But
Other rainbows.
but plotting rainbows are bad.
Yeah.
Differential genes dot parquet. We're gonna use a parquet format.
What is a parquet format?
Well, it is a parquet format. That's a great format. That's a good question. Parquet format. Apache Parquet or Parquet, I don't know. But it's a really great
In the right spot.
columnar storage format. So basically columns, so a few columns with a really long data
Mm-hmm.
versus a wide
Okay.
data frame of all numbers.
Okay.
That's what this is. It's better for that tidy data. And it's just it takes like a quarter of the space. So it's just a lot more efficient. I did some benchmarking. It just like takes up less space and takes less time to load than a CSV. So it was like, it's a win-win. But you need PyArrow or what is it? Parquet format? Python? What was it? Fast Parquet or PyArrow? I think I used PyArrow. Holy Tabzilla Beyonce. I know. People get really stressed out by my tabs, so I have to close them. But then I just love all of my children. Okay. Content install, yes, PyArrow.
It's the second comment about your tabs today.
I know.
I'm just gonna point that out.
You don't want to see my other workspaces then. I think I recently restarted my computer like yesterday.
Is it hard for you to let go?
Well, sometimes I just call tab bankruptcy, and so I'll just like close everything. Which I know some people are like, oh my god, I can't believe you just closed it all. And I'm like, well, what else am I gonna do? Like I already brewed my Genmaicha.
Child.
What? Child.kill? Oh god. Okay. Is this done right? Doing it yet? Logistic regression. God, it's only like a third of the way through. Or through the first 3. Ugh. But in logistic regression it takes the longest.
I wonder how often grief counselors deal with tab loss.
Tab loss? Tab loss versus hair loss. How often grief counselors deal with tab loss? I don't know.
In our neck of the woods, probably more often.
Probably more often.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I'm like waiting because I want for all of these notebooks to finish running before we move them into the GitHub repository, because
You want to know if they work?
if we just copy them, then we're not going to get the new stuff. If we move them, then the kernel will get confused because the file will be in a different place.
Mm.
So that's why it's best to just start with the GitHub repo in the first place.
Mm.
But if you don't do that, then we can wait.
Now we have Jeopardy music playing.
Yeah, I need to get music for this channel. I always forget to.
Yeah.
There's some like website you can get to get.
Impersonal
um,
This is a part of the CCP file.
This is our. It's not a personal EC2 Jupyter server. This is you launched an instance, right?
Yeah.
And then ran Jupyter Notebook from there.
And then an AMI that we had built for our studio and Python.
Yeah. So if I do tmux, how do you tmux attach? What do you say?
tmux attach session -t. I don't think I'm running on tmux. You can see what's running right now. tmux ls. There's other things.
Yo, I do screens, so this is what I don't know. Okay.
So like there's 2 sessions running.
Two
one of
sessions?
them is the one I'm on over here.
If I attach that one, will it die?
No, I don't think so. It might be like what's happening, but -t
-t.
and then 0. There you go.
Okay.
It's doing stuff.
Cool. Do you have multiple windows open here or just this one? Looks like just
so
this
in the
one.
tmux session I only have the one. So then you can do Control B and then D to get out.
Okay. But yeah, so this is an EC2 instance. Control B and then what?
Control B D and then you'll get out. Yep.
Okay. What if I want to open a new tab there? Control B, C. Cool.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so this is a machine with 32 gigabytes of RAM, 16 CPUs. So decent,
Not doing much.
decently powered, but yeah, kind of, it's only single threaded right now. It's only doing one thing right now. But this is some Ubuntu machine. Control B, C. Yeah.
Where am I? You're in Ubuntu.
Who am I? How do I, yeah, IP.
What do you want to know?
Well, yeah, this is the, I think that's like the internal Amazon IP. Yeah, this is not free tier. This is the fancy stuff. Can't believe it's still going. It's taking so long. This is why I have like separate sections as separate notebooks. Because when it's so computationally intensive like this, like normally I have this as one notebook, and then the other stuff, like the analysis of the thing that took a long time to compute in a separate notebook.
So you don't ever go back. You
Because
save it, and then you're just over it.
I really hate having to remember where in the middle I need to start from again.
Mhm.
So
That's
I
fair.
prefer to just
So you
start
would
fresh.
say single threaded on 16 CPUs. I really like this little emoji
That's
thing.
that
I'm
emoji
getting it a
is that
lot
person
today.
disappointed in you.
I know, that's why I like it. It's like the
Okay.
third one. Like, it's funny, like, you can tell people here are not as lost as I am because it's like constantly like, oh my god. Like, let's see you in the wet lab, all right? Like, there's
Yeah,
this
I'll see you
one.
pipette.
I'll see you.
I'll take you to a pipetting
Look,
race.
there's it. There it is again. Like, I'm not messing around. It's there. Let's see. So yeah, what I was gonna say is like, so
Oh,
if this
yeah.
works out, then we'll end up getting rid of this clunky thing.
Yeah, and then we can
this
do-
clunky thing.
Yeah, because then do you
and
know
the lower clunky thing.
do you know what we can do instead? We can do, instead of that part, Western
Western
Blotto.
blot.
Western
Yeah, I
blots suck
don't do
though.
Western blots, but like they're very satisfying. Like ooh, bands.
Group by, title, head. So this will do the same thing as that. So this line will do the same thing as these 5 lines.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, heavy drop. Yeah, that's the other reason I wanted to use Bamnostic as a multiprocessing, because the PySamTools isn't thread safe. Like it has some, I forget exactly what it was, but it has some issue where you can't, because it's not pure Python. I forget why, but you can't do, you can't have things be have multiple things happening at once on the same BAM file.
Okay.
It has to be all in a row, which is like really dumb because BAM files
Yeah.
can be like 20 gigabytes, and it's like you should be at least be able to like chunk it by like every 1,000 lines or something, and do it by that. So, yeah. So yeah, because now this is what we're doing here. Like you're like making a whole data frame and like doing all this extra work. But you could just have everything in one data frame from the beginning using this. Oh, that's right. Python objects aren't pickleable. That's right. And I had to use...
Pickleable hash. Pickle.
See, going back to
Pickleable.
pickles.
Yeah.
So you can pickle objects in Python. I can do that.
I don't know what that means.
It means you can... So like your a data object,
Mm-hmm.
you can write it into machine code, so the computer could, it wouldn't be like readable to a normal person, but you can look, the computer, you can point it to that file, and it's so that's called serializing. So it's like flatten the entire data structure, like all the method, like maybe not the methods, but like all the pieces of it basically, and completely flattened it into probably kind of maybe not efficient data structure in the end, and then that can be read by Python again to recreate the entire object. So no matter what kind of object it is, if it's a data frame which you can write to CSV, or it's an a data object, then you can
Pickle it.
pickle it no matter what.
So does it make it faster to read in or write out?
I forget, but for things that have a known format, like reading in and out, like CSV or AData, I would just stick to those. for things that are like a custom object that you've worked on, like I don't know.
Examples from the audience are welcome.
Yeah.
What's this?
What is this?
What are we getting?
Okay, more pickles. All right. That's pretty funny. What? Where did that kid get that huge pickle?
Where is it? Where, is
very
it Germany
silly.
where they put pickles in the Christmas tree? Isn't that a thing?
What?
Yeah, pickles in a Christmas tree.
That's weird.
Yeah, they're German.
You're German. I actually have to go soon because I have to go to a talk.
German Christmas pickles. I'm not.
Okay, well, your homework is going to be to put this into your GitHub repo
Yeah.
because you already know how to do that.
Yes, I can do a thing.
You know how to Git?
I know how to Git.
Yeah.
I am a fan of Git, even though I'm sure everyone here thinks I'm adamantly opposed.
You're fine. It's also when your code doesn't want to run, so you throw a PC into salt and vinegar. Nice.
Fair.
Nice. All right. I think we're going to end it there because this is taking too long and I have to go. Because I was planning to be done at 5.
Yeah.
And it's 5:20 now. 5:19, really. Also, I got this smartwatch, but I'm pretty sure its move minutes are total bullshit. Because
What do you mean the move? Like
it has...
counting your
Oh, no,
steps?
move minutes is fine, but heart points are bullshit. The move minutes, I think, are like actually indicative of how not sedentary I was that day. The heart points are like stress points. Like the days I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to make this meeting. And like, fuck, I didn't do this and I didn't do this. Then they're like, you got 50 out of 10 heart points today. Good job. And I'm like,
Good job. We're like, my
I'm like,
cortisol
no, my
levels are
heart was
so
just
high."
like, beat it. Yeah. All right.
No.
Thank you for joining, everyone. Really appreciate all your questions. Thank you, ArcSam. Thank you, Heavy Drop. Yay! Thank you, Panos9090. I thought you'd say that. Okay. And Jesse Skinner. Thanks for joining us and watching
Yep.
us code and fix up some Python and drop some knowledge on
Drop lots of
Ashley.
knowledge on me.
Now she's drowning in knowledge.
I'm drowning. I'm gonna go home and cry about it.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.